Okay, this is a video directly a person that called me an idiot and whatnot. First of all, I can tell you're a very intelligent person, and I respect you as a person. I think you're probably smart. Oh, I mean, I think you are smart, and you're probably a nice person, or are, as far as I know, a nice person, okay? But I don't respect the way you responded to me, because here's the way I think that it works. You're allowed to say that my idea is bullshit on anything, or all my ideas are bullshit, okay? But then you have to say why. You know, in this cop out of, oh, well, it would take 20 years to tell you, all my experiences. Well, I have 700 videos, so yeah, you can't. If you think they're all bullshit, you can't say that in 5 minutes. Neither could I. I said them one at a time. Why don't you answer one of them and tell me, one of them that's wrong, you know? And I made them one at a time. And it's like, oh, well, you'll have to make growth simplifications, and you have 20 years of ideas you want to put into it. Well, you can't 10 minutes. And I couldn't in my videos either. And you're going to criticize my growth simplifications, right? And I notice I misspeak in videos as well. I misspeak probably once a video, I've noticed, when I used to edit my videos and try to cut that stuff out. Now, I think it's a little more honest to leave that stuff in. I'm not sure what it shows, but, it doesn't really detract from the whole, I don't think. So you can criticize any of those things. I often wish people would catch those things that I have caught. That if I was responding to myself, I would say, "Oh, I think you misspoke here, and here's where you're wrong." You know, that's all I'm saying. Now, as far as you are kind of saying that you know all this stuff, and I could come to you for some answers on it. Fine. I interview my teachers. Okay. The fact that you might be educated doesn't mean you can be my teacher. Well, frankly, that I think that you're worthy, or that I would let you. It's an honor to let someone be my teacher. That's how I feel. We should all take it that way. It's an honor to let not just anybody can actually be a true teacher to you. And I interview my teachers, and I'm very willing to be taught. But I'm going to interview my teachers. Now, if that specific question I asked you, that could be answered in 5 minutes. And there's 20 different ideas that are touched on, but you don't have to describe those 20 ideas. That's the whole point. How you answer that will give me, a 50 to 75% hint on how you think on those 20 issues or whatever it is in that question. It'll give me a hint on what you think about will, what you think about the computability of the mind. You might bring up parallelization versus the way it works in computers. And, who knows what you would bring up. It would tell me something, some serious delineations. It would cut in sections the possibilities of where in the realm of your way of thinking is on this. Or you might draw from all the different sections of the ways of thinking, and that would tell me something. So, yeah, I don't really respect, you're going to just keep criticizing like you can't answer the question, you could restate it, but you can't even really restate it. No, I don't have respect for that way of asking. If you're going to criticize, that's fine, but it's like you're being a tease. If you criticize, you're supposed to have something substantive to say. And if not, then yeah, it's just trolling. It's just like anybody comes and says, fag, you know, if you say, well, your eyes are, you used a fallacy. You keep using a fallacy in every video, but I don't have time to tell you what it is. No, I'm not buying that. Okay. Okay, an experience and sticking, I'm not going to name names or anything, but just a little conversation sort of brought some things to mind. I don't want to make a big drama about it. If you were there, you probably know, but there were just a couple other people there, literally. So, the first thing is about condescension. It's like I don't really mind when people act condescending. Often people are like one time somebody was talking to me and they're like, someone could act condescending to you like I am now, and I was like, I didn't think they were acting condescending. After they said that, I sort of saw. But usually, to me, it's like people are trying to act condescending, but you know, it's like all I notice is someone is trying to correct me. And if they're really trying to correct me forcefully, like this is totally the clear truth, then I just based on whether it is the clear truth or if I know or not in my reaction. Now, if they were really, somehow, I don't know, just annoying in some way in the way that they corrected me, if they turn out to be right, I don't even notice that. I just take the new fact, usually. Um, Except for in a very extreme case. And if they turn out to be wrong, well then yeah, they might get the same kind of an emotion back. But But pretty much what bothers me with condescension is just when people are like, if they tell you something that, no, I'm not saying that makes me smarter than you, or I'm not saying, it's like, here's my degree, but I'm not saying that means that I'm right and you're wrong. Well, then why do you state the degree? See, that's why I don't like to state these credentials. I have people asking me, what's your background this? What's your background that? I'm not going to use my credentials for this kind of conversation. This is a conversation between people, and it's not meant to, uh, you know, I'm going to tell you the authority that makes me right, but that doesn't make me right. Then, so where do these authorities come in? Well, if you're giving people book recommendations and stuff, and of course, that's not condescension. But if you're saying many times that you're not going to condescend to someone, but you're telling them that they're wrong and totally mistaken and stuff like this, and yet you won't answer specific questions on any detail,